Hi everyone, welcome back. In this episode, I'm going to show you where to find the recipe for the mint mace. And in the process, I'll be exploring the picnic table as well. So the first thing we're going to need is the bone dagger. We'll need to cut some soggy root underwater, and that's the only thing that can do that. The next thing we'll need is a bratwurst bomb, and if you're not very good at throwing them, you might want to bring two just in case. So let's head southwest towards the sandbox. We're going to be looking for an exposed pipe that's just north of the sandbox, between the sandbox and the picnic table. So let's enter that, and if we head right down the pipe, you will also want to bring a slime lantern because it might be quite dark down there. So we'll dive down into this hole, and to the left there is some soggy root. So let's cut through that, and on the other side of this is a key. This key unlocks a chest in the Minotaur maze, which is on the picnic table. So that's the next place we're going to be heading. So out of the pipe to the right, we are heading towards the corner of the picnic table, and we're looking for a standing shovel. You should be able to see it if you look up. There it is. And this is where we will need the bratwurst bomb. So to make sure it doesn't bounce off, I would throw it between the rock and the shovel. Like so. And there we go. And that's how we get onto the picnic table. So let's climb up here. And we're on the picnic table. If you want to get some of the gum that's lying around, you will need the black ant shovel. And if you want to get some of the splinters, you'll need the tier 3 termite axe. Don't worry if you don't have them now, you can always come back and get them later. So we just got some juice there, and under this plate there's some billy hog bits and some apple bits as well. And there's a black ant over here. If you remember in my last video, I said that black ants around the yard are non-aggressive, they don't attack you, but for some reason on the shed porch, they do attack you. I'm still not sure why that is, but at least you're safe from them here. So when we're crossing this plank here, these two bees will attack you. And the first time I did it, I did try to fight them, but I quickly realized that my weapons were not quite strong enough, so I tried to run away, but sadly died. So on my second attempt, I decided not to fight them. I tried to just run away and hope that they lose interest. Be careful of that gap in the table there. That tactic was quite successful, but when I came back later, it didn't quite work out that way. But thankfully I had some tier 3 armor and a crossbow to deal with them. And as you can see, when I shot it in the eye, it lost almost all of its health, and then with the second shot it died. So bees are weak to stabbing in the eyes, so if you are fighting them with a bow and arrow, make sure you're aiming for the eyes. So climbing up here, you'll need your tier 2 insect hammer to knock down the cooler box handle, and that will lead you onto the picnic table. You'll want to check all the plates for bits of food and things. You might not think it's that important, but when you come to fight bosses, you'll want to make a bunch of smoothies. One of my favorite smoothies is human food. It increases your damage resist, and for that you need fresh billy hog bits, fresh apple bits, and fresh cookie sandwich bits. So it is worthwhile picking them up when you come across them, because they're not crazy abundant. So moving on, over here under this book we've got a field station, And in there we've got a document and some fiber bandages and a mac and bees meal, which I believe reduces fall damage. And over here we've got a zip line leading into the sandbox, but it's yet to be built, so you'll need 12 silk rope to build that. So coming out of there to the right, we've got another plate, and on there is some cookie sandwich bits and a salt shard as well. So heading into the maze now. There's 3 ways to go, so let's head right first of all. And round this corner we've got some raw science.
That is one giant statue of a weird ant-man.
And heading back, let's continue straight through. Nothing round there. Through this door. And to the left. This leads to the Minotaur maze's end. We've got some more raw science over here. And through this door is the chest. But we'll have to take care of some bees first. As you can see, the sprig bow and arrow was not the most effective way to kill them. As we saw earlier, the crossbow is much more effective, so if you've got one, I would recommend using it. So let's open the chest, and inside we've got a mega milk molar, the auxiliary chip, a scabby piece, and we've got some bits of brittle marble and sturdy marble, along with brittle and sturdy quartzite as well. So heading back out, there's still one place we haven't been in the maze, and that's round here. There we've got some chewed gum, so this is where you'll need your black ant shovel to dig. It does take quite a lot of digging, but once you're through, you've got 2 pieces of chewed gum. So heading back out the maze, on top of the cooler box, we've actually got some raw science. It's quite hard to see in the sunlight, but it is there. And jumping down onto the bench, we've got some crow feathers. Back on the table, we've got some splinters here. And just over the edge of the table, we've got a lunchbox that we can jump into with a milk molar in it. That's all that there is in this lunchbox, so let's head back out, up this spork. And there's the shovel handle. So let's head to Burgle to give him the auxiliary chip that we picked up. 2,500 raw science. Let's see what it's unlocked. So we've got a science set, food and stuff, the Scabby Scanner milk molars, and there's the recipe for the Mint Mace. So we'll buy that now, but there's not much we can do with it until we've got a few more things, one of which being an oven. So in the next video, I'll be taking on the antlions to get the antlion armor. Then I'll be heading into the barbecue spill to get some charcoal to make the oven. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you in the next one.